Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Back in the day, we might have had to go to the circus to see strange and different people. In fact, some of those people may not have been all that different by today's standards. Nowadays, all we have to do is get on the internet and find a bunch of people from around the world who are absolutely unbelievable. From super hairy people to people with oddly shaped bodies or crazy skills. Gather around, folks. We're about to start the show with the top 10 people you won't believe exist. But before we get started, why not become an archivist today by clicking that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads? If you end up enjoying this video, let us know by giving it a thumbs up, and in the comment section, tell us what your most unbelievable skill is. Number 10. Yu Zhenwan, the Hairiest Man. This northern Chinese man is unbelievable from the moment your eye catches sight of him. His body is 96% covered with hair. 96%! He's so hairy that, according to the show Educating Ricky, he even had trouble hearing because there was a buildup of hair in his ears. Yu was a normal baby until age 2 when his body started growing thick body hair. He unsuccessfully attempted later in life to remove the hair with laser treatment. Luckily, this differentiating factor has been a kickstart to many of his projects, even helping him to launch his own music career. Number 9. Annan Hawkins, the largest breasts. We had to include this one. Annan Hawkins went through puberty that took her from average-sized breasts to a measurement of 43 inches. If this means nothing to you, Hawkins' breasts were so big that she needed a custom-made 48V bra. She says she started developing around age 9, but didn't want to have a reduction as to not mess with nature. She says the muscles in her back have developed to carry the weight, all 85 pounds of it just fine. She is a mother of 2 children and holds the Guinness World Record for the largest natural breasts. Number 8. Nick Stowborough, the largest tongue. This California-born man holds the record for the longest tongue. Nick is an artist and comedian, so a large tongue could come in handy. Do you think he's extra witty with it? I would think so. To add, his father was a big fan of, who else but, Kiss. So as a child, Nick would amuse him by imitating Gene Simmons' tongue pose. This is probably when he realized that his tongue was a lot more like the man he was imitating than he had originally thought. His tongue measures almost 4 inches, and he even talks proudly about how he can not only lick his nose, but also his elbow. Number 7. Jyoti Amge, smallest living woman. Number 7 on our list breaks small records big time. Amge, born in India, is a 20-year-old woman that is just 23 inches tall. She weighs just 11 pounds, and she's actually a star. She released an album with an Indian pop star and appeared on TV on Big Boss and American Horror Story. With an appearance like hers, many would have given in to being strange, bully, and depressed, but not her. Her dwarfism, also called achondroplasia, led her to be the star that she is. Number 6. Dean Karnazes, Run Forever Man. Have you ever tried to go for a run and then quit a block in? No? Yeah, me neither. Well, number 6 on our list just cannot relate. See, the body's limit to running happens when it reaches the threshold of the lactate. When you continue past this threshold, suddenly running is the worst thing you ever experienced. Your heart is racing, your heart starts burning, and your legs start cramping. Eventually, your lungs will actually lock up. Not this guy, though. Dean Karnazes has no limit. His body simply doesn't receive those signals. He just gets sleepy at some point, that point being about 3 days in. He realized he was different in 2006 when he was preparing to run 50 marathons in 50 days. His pain from running will more likely come from the blisters on his feet than from his muscles. Number 5. Arun Kumar, born with 4. What if you did feel pain from running but could just switch out your old pair of legs for the new ones? This is what I imagine when I see this next person you won't believe exists. His name is Arun Kumar, and he was born with 4 legs. Of course, this has not been as fun for him as I'd like to imagine. In fact, he's been quite limited in his life. See, the legs aren't very functional or even conveniently located. Of course, as you do in our modern times, he took to social media to ask doctors to amputate his extra limbs. His struggle isn't just with aesthetics, but also mobility, because the extra weight and additional pelvis are difficult to carry. Number 4. Amanda Grice, spontaneous orgasms. Amanda Grice has a very specific type of struggle. She suffers from an extremely rare condition called persistent sexual arousal disorder. As you could probably guess from the name, this means that she doesn't really have an off setting. Still not catching my drift? Well, she's always turned on and for over a decade has had around 50 orgasms on a daily basis. This may sound like the best condition ever, but in reality, it's got to be embarrassing. I mean, imagine having an episode while at church or at the table at Thanksgiving dinner when Grandma Jean is trying to say grace. Number 3. Lee Jin-gyu, married a pillow. If you've ever been pregnant or just lonely, you might have heard of body pillows. They're basically just elongated pillows that you can wrap your body around. They're comforting, they're soft, they're sensitive. They're great company. What? Well, a 28-year-old Korean man, Lee Jin-gyu, may have taken his love for cozying up to pillows a little too far. His dakimakura, a Japanese version of a body pillow with anime character Fate Testarossa on the side, became his wife. He had it fitted with a wedding dress, had a service with an actual priest, and the media, of course, made an appearance. At least pillows can't divorce you, right? Kind of gives new meaning to pillow talk, doesn't it? Number 2. Frain Selleck, luckiest man alive. Lee Jin-gyu might think he's the luckiest man alive after marrying his dream pillow, but there's no beating Frain Selleck in the lucky category. This man not only won the lottery, but also survived not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 accidents on a variety of vehicles, allegedly. This man claims to have had brushes with death 7 times before winning the lottery. According to Selleck, he was in a train wreck going from Sarajevo to Dubrovnik, then a bus crash years later, then 2 car accidents in the 70s, and when he thought it was all behind him, 22 years later he was hit by a bus. Soon after, he won almost $1 million in the lottery. Number 1. Abigail Lorraine and Brittany Lee Hensel. 2 women, 1 body. Abigail and Brittany are conjoined twins that were never separated. While some conjoined twins have their own set of arms and legs, Abigail and Brittany share everything except their necks and heads. Well, so it would appear. In reality, they have 2 hearts, 2 stomachs, 2 spines, 4 lungs, and 2 spinal cords. Each twin controls one side of the body, so everything they do has to involve some of the best teamwork you've ever seen. They're qualified teachers with a real job and relatively normal lives. You can see more about them by checking out their very own TV show called Abby and Brittany, which aired back in 2012. Thanks for watching. Those are some very remarkable people, right? Who do you think was the most interesting? Let us know in the comments now. Remember, before you go on to watch another Top 10 Archive video, to subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and give this video a thumbs up.